Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 9th of December. I'm Gary Peer.
Yes, Gary did want to do the introduction today and I found that completely flat, Gary, so this is the way we do it. Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 9th of December. My name's Phillip Kingston. So if you're going to do it, Gary, you need to start the show with energy and enthusiasm, not that sort of flat introduction that you just gave.
I thought mine was better, but we'll leave it to the viewers to decide, Phillip. They can be the judges.
Yes.
The meantime...
Should we put up a prize for those people that write in?
There was a prize because last week, Phil, we started off the show saying...
music trivia.
Summer's here, the time's right for dancing in the street.
Yep.
And I knew that David Bowie and Mick Jagger remade it, but the original artist was in fact Martha and the Vandellas, and there were 6 people that
So people
tuned in.
six people that actually wrote to us. So there are 6 people that watched this show.
They were the entire watching audience rated, Phil. All 6 people that watched the show. Lisa was the first. So Lisa, you get the gold class tickets. Well done, and thank you to Miriam, Aaron, Stephen, Lauren, and a big shout out to Karina, who was our 6th person. So yes, it was, and you all got it right.
So we're only
Martha
giving
and the
one.
Vandellas.
We're only giving one gift away.
Lisa was in straight away.
So just to the others that did take the time to write in, thank you very much for that.
You give more than one if you want.
Next year we're going to have a GPTV movie night, and if you're looking at Gary's face now, he's thinking we didn't talk about that, but we are. We're going to have a GPTV movie night for the regular viewers of GPTV.
At the Classic.
Stay tuned. We're going to have it at the Classic Cinema. If you've got a thought as to what movie you'd like to see on the big screen,
Hangover 4.
because we can organise it, send in your ideas to us at ideas@garypeer.com.au.
Yes.
But we look forward to the movie night, and we do, viewers, put on a good movie night.
And it's a family show, so nothing
No,
risque
I'm happy,
or inappropriate.
I'm happy for a Triple X Gary Peer and Associates movie night.
Or a horror movie, or a bit of a mix of the two.
Correct.
It's a family show, Phil. Let's not forget that. Let's talk about the weekend that was, Phil, because damn it, we sold 17 of our 23 auctions, a 74% clearance rate.
That was a pretty good clearance rate given the time of year, because some buyers are now starting to feel a bit lethargic.
You think so?
But we had some thumping auctions, Gary, and some really competitive auctions.
We're not going to review them all, Phil. Just going to skip through about 10 of them
highlights.
Quickly. Firstly, Philip, number 5, Lebrano Street, did sell very well, Phil. It sold for $1,170,000. We were suggesting 1 to 1. The reserve was around that top end.
And interesting, the people that bought were currently living in the street.
They were.
Actually does happen a bit where the neighbours open their chequebook to buy more property, because the neighbours obviously know how good the location is.
Happy neighbours, Phil.
Yep.
356 Inkerman Street, St Kilda East. You auctioned that one. The reserve was $850, Phil, but you got a lot more than that. You sold it for $960, I believe.
Very interesting auction, because that was lovely little house, but a very simple, single-fronted kind of post-Edwardian property, and on Inkerman, and nice position there, but on Inkerman. And we had just strong competitive bidding right from the start. And once again, we can see that the market has repriced that sort of stock.
It has, Phil.
Because homes like that, Gary, 3 or 4 years ago were selling in the 5s and 6s. Now they're kind of $1 million Now they're $1 million properties. They're $1 million homes. I'm feeling the pain of
a prome is in between a property and a home, just for those who don't know. Phil, I just spoke to
That's very quick, Gary.
No worries, no flies on me, Phil, not in December or any other time of the year. Interesting, I just spoke to someone at the Herald Sun doing an article, Phil. They asked me for some commentary because they couldn't get through to anybody else, probably. And they did say that the Caulfield East and St Kilda East have both now found a medium level of $1 million, a median of $1 million. So there you go.
And while we're talking about the Herald Sun, Gary, don't mind giving a bit of a plug to the Herald Sun, because they do break a lot of real estate stories.
They do.
And a special shout out to the editor, Peter Blunden, who we've sold his house before.
Sold his house.
And he's a really, really good guy.
He is a good
Peter.
guy. He is a good
but
guy.
it goes even further than our roots, because the Herald Sun is a News Corporation paper.
Yes.
And the number 2 guy at News Corp is a fellow by the name of Robert Thompson.
That's international now.
International. He's based in New York.
He is.
And guess what? I'm going to be in New York in January. And I sent Robert Thompson an email to say, hi, we have a bit to do with each other through your newspaper. I'm coming to New York in January. Could I get together with you for an hour?
And?
His PA sent me an email back. I have a confirmed meeting with Robert Thompson in New York at the Powerhouse head office of News Corporation. How amazing is that?
Well, it's not great for News Corporation because if that's what they're wasting their time with their top people, you wonder what they're doing there. 9 at 1017.
I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's
Gary.
good.
I've got such a fascinating life.
Yeah, he won't turn up. 9 at 1017 Glen Huntley.
Probably right.
9 at 1017 Glen Huntley
They
Road.
won't even let me pass security at the front door. They'll be going, yeah, sure, you've got a meeting with Robert
sure, you're
Johnson.
from Australia with that accent. Get out. 9 at 1017 Glen Huntley Road, Caulfield, Phillip, was passed in. We're going to feature some passings because they're opportunities, Phillip. And this is a terrific opportunity. I went to this 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom unit, and I reckon it's great value, Phil. 609 will buy it. Jesmond
Mind
Avenue.
you do have a vested interest in saying that, don't you?
No, I just think they're good properties. I really do. I'm a believer, Phil.
You're a believer.
And I couldn't leave her if I tried. 2 at 5, Jesmond Avenue, Paran, Phil. That's another one. I mean, that street.
That is my favourite street
And that's
in
a buy.
all of Paran East.
569 for a 2-bedroom, spacious apartment, Philip. That is a buy.
Viewers, if you're watching this
Yeah.
and are thinking about buying a property, I can tell you now, if that wasn't listed with us, and real estate agents can't buy from their own companies, it's about to protect the public. But if it wasn't listed with us, I'd go down there and try and buy that because that is a great investment.
Now, when we say it's a buy, it is a buy. Last week we pushed the property in Alma Road that was passed in,
that's
and we said it was a buy, and it was sold within 24 hours of those words coming out of our mouth. So that was a good buy too. We priced that at $499.5. Went like that, and investor snapped
How'd
it
it
up.
go? It went like what?
Like that, Phil.
Fantastic.
63.
That was quick.
It was quick. 63. It was as quick as the snap of my fingers, Philip. The auction at 63 Shubra Road, Elston, was not quick. The price is undisclosed, but no, not on GPTV. We can reveal it. It was sold for $1,626,000. A very competitive auction. You did a fine job, Philip.
Thank you, Gary. It was a hot afternoon and it was windy, and those are the two enemies of an auctioneer:
They are,
heat
indeed.
and wind. And we got both, but I got through it. And I was feeling terrible, Gary. I had a terrible cold on
You would never
Saturday.
have known it, Phil.
Well, Gary,
I was
I've got
worried
to tell
about you on Saturday.
I was taking a lot of legal drugs to get me through Saturday and Sunday.
As you
and
do.
I was tempted to take a few illegal drugs. I was feeling
That's
so
just
bad.
inappropriate,
But I
Phil.
didn't. Or at least I'm not confessing to it on GPTV.
17 Hornby Street in Brighton, Eastville. Now that home is still available. It was passed in. The negotiations ceased at $1,540,000, but $1,595,000 will buy it. A small gap, and that's a buy. So come and see it. Philip, we did have a very, very happening day on Sunday. Lots of great results. We cruised along. Our first 4 auctions all sold, one after the other. The first one was in Holroyd Avenue, 29A.
Gary, I want to talk about this because this was a property that we'd actually tried to sell a few years ago.
Yes.
And it was very, very difficult.
Yes.
The people that bought it, this property is owned by a photographer that's moving to LA. He is seriously,
cool guy, isn't he?
seriously the coolest guy.
Yep.
Coolest guy in every facet. To look at, he's cool.
Yeah.
Everything about him is cool. And his partner, gorgeous,
Yes,
cool
she
woman
is.
as well.
She's lovely.
And the decor in this property was like nothing I've ever seen. You just walked in and you felt that you were kind of almost in a curated modern museum. The stuff that he had there, he was able to take with his sharp eye, stuff that people would put out on their front lawns as junk, and he combined it as artwork in his house. It was enthralling. I was enthralled, and the buyers were enthralled because
It made a
we got
difference.
an incredible price.
Well, the reserve, Philip, was 1.3 and it sold for $1,495,000.
Almost $200,000 over the reserve. And one thing I would say, viewers, is presentation when selling a property is
Yes.
critically important. Obviously, none of us can go to that level because we don't have the eye. But when we do furnish houses or we do get them styled, they generally go a lot better.
There is a GPTV episode on presentation. Maybe we should put it on when we're away over summer, Philip.
Well, I don't think we'll do that, Gary, but we will send it out to any viewer that wants our presentation video that was made by me and our staging company.
Yes.
It's a great idea.
Thanks for shooting me down in flames there. 8A
Okay,
Crottenhurst
well, when you have a
Avenue.
good idea, I acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And when you say something stupid, I, in a nice way, just roll over
that's so
and
nice.
ignore what you did.
Oh, you did it so
and
beautifully,
that
thanks.
really was a stupid idea.
Crottenhurst Avenue. It was $940,000 as a reserve, Philip, but it sold for $1,250,000.
And
So,
I love
well,
that property. I did the visual tour there, Gary, because I really enjoyed
street.
that property. Good street, good property. That was a good buy, even though it was sold well over reserve. We sold that to a local investor.
79 Garden Vale, Phillip, the price is undisclosed, but it was a very competitive auction, sold under the hammer. 40 Aruna Road has not yet sold, but it's going to, Phil.
I've got to tell you, Gary, we are currently negotiating with 2 parties, so I'd be very surprised if we don't get that over the line in the next 48, 72 hours.
Passed in at 2.4 million. There has been a later offer,
Later
and
offer.
the story goes on. Stay tuned.
Yep.
24B Bialaba Road, Caulfield South. Now, this masterpiece has been very well priced. It didn't sell, but what a beauty.
Oh, Gary, now the price is, it's priced to sell $1,395,000. An Amnon Weber designed and constructed property, sensational property. We did GPTV there.
Running out the door, Phil. Philip, 20 auctions this
20.
weekend. 20 it
That's
is.
amazing.
It is a big one still, Phil. Our last big weekend of the year. There are auctions the week after.
There are.
But this is the big one.
This is the last big one in Melbourne.
The big grand finale of volume auctions. Let's review them, Philip.
Before we bring down the curtain, Gary,
will.
then reopen it in February.
Phil, at 10:30am, I'm going to be meeting you in East Brighton. We're back there again. How much do we love East Brighton
Gary,
these
we
days?
love East Brighton. We're doing a lot of work in East Brighton. In fact, we are selling more in East Brighton than a lot of the Brighton agents.
Probably just about anyone, I'd say. 10 Verlaine Street.
We won't
right
be on
next.
their Christmas card list, will we?
We will not be. 10 Verlaine Street is a beauty, Phil. It's got a lovely
Stunning,
north-facing
Gary.
back garden. Tell us a
4
bit about it.
bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. That is fabulous with its polished timber floors and period detail.
5 at 14 Pearce Street finds its way to the market, Philip, at 10:30 on Saturday. We're looking forward to that one. And Leo Samuel is the auctioneer.
And Gary, a good single-storey villa, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage, and beautifully renovated throughout.
I'm skipping up down the road to Wilson
skipping,
from
are you?
East Brighton. I'm going to
That's
do
a
it.
look.
It is a great look, Philip. And this is unit number 207 at 242 Glahuntley Road. Check out the view from here. What a beautiful, expansive apartment.
Gary, that is an incredible apartment. It is on the corner of Horn Street. And that is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and basement car parking for 2 cars. And it's right on the curve, Gary. I love that apartment.
I think you did well to refrain from making any poor jokes about the street that's on the corner of Philip.
Yes,
We are
Gary,
then in Inkerman Street.
I am a trained professional, so
We are
I
then
will
at-
not get into that. I will not be dragged
Into the gutter.
mercilessly into that conversation.
3 at 378 Inkerman Street in St Kilda East, Philip. That one goes up at 11:30. Jeremy Rosen's auctioneer.
Yes, and Gary, that's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space, renovated throughout, and a lovely courtyard garden.
We sold 334 Kooyong Road, Caulfield South many years ago, and I never forgot it because it's just such a beautiful home. It finds its way to the market. You're the auctioneer, Philip. That is going up on Saturday at 11:30am.
It doesn't get any prettier than this, a double-fronted brick, Hawthorn brick Victorian that's been incredibly renovated throughout, a big family home on a big parcel of land. Yes, Gary, we do love that house, and we're going to have the opportunity to pass the ownership from these people to somebody else that's very lucky.
We're going to be in Cardigan Street in East St Kilda, a terrific, small but fantastic street, Philip. That one comes up at 12:30. You're going to be doing that auction.
Gary, not many apartments have an open fireplace, but this has got a beautiful open fireplace and polished timber floorboards, and that is 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and very nice.
I'm going to be in High Street, Paran, Philip, at 12:30. This beautiful old-style property, and that is at K7 High Street, Windsor, Phil.
Well, Gary,
you know that address?
I do actually, because I could tell you some funny stories about this building, because for 3 years I was a boarder at Wesley College, year 10, 11 and 12.
I knew you.
And I used to live a couple of doors down
I remember
from there.
picking you up from there and taking you out.
And I can tell you some bad stuff that we did at the back of these apartments, but I'm not going to tell any of the viewers. Although if the viewers are interested about that, about my delinquent youth, you can give me a call and I will happily take you through it. But that is a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment that comes with some stories attached to it.
It's a wonderful apartment, Philip, and now the likes of you have left the area.
Correct.
It's no doubt going to be sought after.
I was the last boarder, Gary. I single-handedly did close down the Wesley College boarding house.
There you go. 1 at 49 Marine Street, St Kilda, or Marine Parade, St Kilda. What a great address. Right on the beach, Phil. Tell us about this beautiful
Gary, and
apartment.
what a perfect time to be buying it. 2 or 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, parking for 2 cars, polished timber floorboards, and you know, you've got the best that Melbourne has on offer, which is Elwood, St Kilda and the beach.
And Leo Samuel auctions that one, Philip. We're going to be in Tovenarcus Avenue in Bentley. This property finds its way to the market. Have a look at this fine home at 12:30 on Saturday.
Gary, big, bold and beautiful, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars. That is a family home at a town residence price.
Now, Jeremy Rosens just absolutely owns this building in 3 Wando Grove. Not literally, but he's sold just about every apartment here. Loves it, has an affinity with the block, knows all the neighbours. He's like the mayor of 3 Wando Grove, St Kilda East. He's auctioning on Saturday at 12:30. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, Gary, it's a great looking building, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and in beautiful condition throughout. It's light and bright, and that building is always popular.
We're going to give you an hour off on Saturday, Philip, at 1:30. Just have a little break, freshen up, a little beautification perhaps, and then you're going to be back in business in Brighton at 2:30, because this is going to be one of our auctions of the week, Philip. It's been so popular because of the address and no doubt the handling agent, Daniel Rees.
Yes, Gary, it's gone well. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, double lock-up, well, not double lock-up garage, 2 single lock-up garages. That property's got the most fantastic floor plan. It does flow beautifully. It's an original but immaculate condition. I think that's going to go well.
Been good interest around that $1 million mark, Philip. We'll see what happens at the auction. That brings a close to Saturday, a busy day, and probably the last Saturday, because I think the next auctions might be on Sunday. I'm not sure. But we finish off on Saturday in Brighton. We start on Sunday in Caulfield North, 3 at 384 Orong Road. Tell us about this wonderful apartment that Leo Samuel auctions at 10:30 a.m.
Walking distance to our office, and it's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, car parking for 2 cars, a big glamorous 70s building, and that is a good apartment of generous proportions. And much like you, Gary, you're a man of generous proportions.
Thanks so much. I'll take that as a compliment, Philip.
Do.
Art Deco finds its way to Caulfield North, Philip, in this wonderful building on the corner of Balaclava Road and Leeburn Avenue. That would be Unit 5 at 124 Balaclava Road in Caulfield North. I am auctioning it together with Elza Schilling, and that's Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
Gary, love this building. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage. That is a local icon, that building. Everybody knows that building, and their apartments are of massive proportions, generous proportions.
There's a 1-bedroom apartment in Lansdowne Road going off at 11:30 a.m. Leo Samuel auctions for Leon Guzenfitter. That's going to be in the low 3s somewhere, Phil.
Beautifully renovated, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and great spot.
Now, Phil, there is an architectural masterpiece going up on Sunday in Lumia Road in the Golden Mile. It was written about in the newspaper on the weekend.
It's an architectural masterpiece, Gary, because it's designed and renovated by an architectural master. And that is Adam Tookatuft, and we've sold a lot of properties over the years that he has been involved with.
Tell us about this
as an
one.
architect. He is one of Melbourne's best architects. In fact, he was even featured on Desperate Housewives as the architect to, I've forgotten her name.
One of those desperate women.
One of those desperate women,
Yep.
but she was the desperate woman that was putting together the day spa. Right. And I must say that he is a great architect. And I love his work, and that's an incredible house, number 21 Lamia Road, 6 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, and that's just got the most incredible entertaining spaces. Wait till you see the kitchen meals family room to that property in real life, Gary, when you walk through it on Sunday. It is incredible.
That's the last, I think, high prestige or top end property in the Golden Mile being offered this year. We've had a great run, Phil, haven't we?
We have, Gary.
But we've got a beautiful, edgy, interesting and wonderful property in St Kilda. This is another ripper, Philip. Talking about architects, this is a very interesting architect designed unit in Sebastopol Street, number 55 at 12:30. You're auctioning it. Tell us about it.
Gary, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and car parking for a couple of cars, definitely one via the lock-up garage. But that is stunning to look at from the outside, and even more stunning and schmick. I think we can safely use the word schmick, Gary, when we talk about that property.
Somewhere north of $1 million, Philip. We're going to be in Alexander Street, not far away. We're staying in East St Kilda. This time, Jeremy Rosen's auctions this wonderful apartment.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, good entry level into the marketplace. And Alexandra is a well located street.
Carlingford Street's always been a favourite of mine. Phil, you're going to be doing an auction on a block of land there, 687 square metres it is, number 74 Carlingford Street, 130 Sunday, Glenbricker Handles.
Gary, and as you can see by the photos up on screen, the property does probably need a coat of paint. But I don't think that's necessary because all of the interest is in the land. 687 square metres of prime north-facing South Caulfield land, and as the famous American novelist Mark
Yes.
Twain said many years ago,
as you say every week,
invest in land, they're not making any more of it.
Tedious and boring
well, I've
at
got
this
to tell you,
stage of
I
the year.
think you should probably read a bit more Mark Twain, Gary, because your knowledge, I'm finding, is kind of limited to really the racetrack or the casino. So I think if you're a bit more broadly read like I am, you become a much more erudite real estate agent.
There's no pictures in his books, though, is there? Mark Twain's books.
No, it's not a colouring book, Gary. It's not a join the dots.
No,
some would describe him as one of the original American philosophers.
Fair enough. Whatever that means. 148 Sycamore Street in Caulfield South. We bring down the curtain. Phillip on Sunday. Tell us about this beautiful home. You're auctioning it at 2:30, which is an early finish for you on a Sunday.
It is, Gary, it is. But how gorgeous is this? 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking for 2 cars. A seriously gorgeous home. The owners have done a beautiful job renovating that house.
As they would say on Seinfeld, bada bim, bada boom. That's it, Phil. But we are not leaving before we talk about this home at 119 Oron Road, Alswick, that we're in right now. Have a look at this.
Gary,
we are blessed to be selling this home, Phil.
Congratulations to the vendors who have transformed what was a pretty Victorian single-fronted home into the most sexy house, Gary. I think we can use that word sexy when we describe this property.
Well, you just did. Take us through it.
Because you've got 3 glamorous bedrooms. The colour, the detail here is absolutely incredible. The bathroom, I wouldn't mind after GPTV just filling that bathtub
with champagne,
and soaking my weary body in it. That probably would not be a good look if the vendor arrived here. But
it's not a good image for the viewers.
The bathroom's incredible. The powder room, the Euro laundry, this kitchen meals family room where we're filming this, Gary, is nothing short of stunning with its marble slab bench top. I love this property. I love this position. I love Elston Wicken. I don't mind saying on one of the ending shows to GPTV. I love you too, Gary.
Oh, you're very kind, Phil. You're just full of warmth and love, aren't you?
I am.
You're misunderstood.
This time of the year, I kind of putting all my woes behind me, and I want to celebrate the fact that I have a truly wonderful partnership and a beautiful friendship with you.
That's just beautiful.
And I do, and I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart,
thanks very much.
adore you.
That's lovely. After you've abused me all year, I really appreciate those sincere words.
Yeah, wait till next week. I've got some things to say about you next week, though. The second last show, I'm full of love and warmth. But next week, viewers, I'm going to tell you how it really is.
Yeah, no, don't be like that, Phil.
But no, today I do. I'm feeling the love for you.
Thanks very much, Phil. That's great. I'm not sure whether all of those things you took to take the cold were available over the counter, but that is a wrap on GPTV. It's been a big week. It's been a big year. It continues. There's more to come, and we will keep you informed as we run into our final show next week. I think next week's going to be
final show. It's like the footy show. We're going to do it at Olympic Park.
Crown. We've got a Crown Palladium. There'll be dancing girls. It's going to be massive. Or it'll probably just be a beautiful home, Philip. And that's it for GPTV this week. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Phillip Kingston. Thanks for watching.